webinar is on Nmap, and what we will see in our today's webinar is how to discover live host inside a network, how to perform different types of port scanning, what is TCP connect, and what is scene scan or stealth scan. We'll try to differentiate between these two type of scans. We'll try to detect service version using Nmap. We'll try to detect operating system using Nmap. We'll perform aggressive scanning using Nmap. We'll use the scripting engine of Nmap. We'll try to detect vulnerabilities in a system using those scripting engine. We'll know how to spoof IP address using Nmap. We'll know what is ideally scanned. Okay. So tools that are required for us is Nmap and Wireshark. You can install these two tools in your Windows machine, or if you are using Linux like Kali Linux or Parrot OS, this two comes by default with those operating system. So what is Nmap? So Nmap means network mapper. Okay, it maps the network. So this is an open source network utility. This can be used to discover host inside a network, and it can be used to perform port scanning, audit the security of network infrastructure. And this tool was first released in the year 1997. So if you want to discover host, so what does it mean by host discovery? Like, you are connected to a network, right? So inside the network, there can be some laptops, some desktops, there can be IP cameras, there can be router, there can be mobile phones connected inside the network. So all those devices are the host. Okay, so using Nmap, we can find out the IP address of those devices. Okay, so host discovery. Let's perform host discovery. So I'm using Kali Linux. So here Metasploitable 2, another machine is running. Let's turn on another machine. Dbox. Turn on the terminal. Okay. So Nmap, the tool is Nmap that we'll see today. So let's see the manual page of Nmap. So this is a network exploration utility, security or port scanner. You can see some description here, different switches that you can use. Okay, so for host discovery, we can use the SL to list targets to scan. Like we can put the IP addresses in a files, and then we can scan those IP addresses using the -SL switch. But for now, a fast scan is to discover live host. Okay, you can use also Nmap -L to see all the switches. Okay, so for discovering the live host, we'll see -SL. We have Kali Linux running, we have Metasploitable 2, another machine, and we have Dbox, another machine running. in the network. Okay, so we'll use Nmap to find out the running machine's IP addresses. Nmap, okay, before running Nmap, I need to see the subnet. Okay, IPA. So under the if0 interface, we can see that the inet 192.168.179.145/24. Okay, this is the IP address of our Kali machine. 145 and /24. This is the subnet of the network. Copy it. Now run nmap minus sn and the IP address. So now we can see that there is total 145. This is the IP address of our machine, right? So this is the Kali. .135, this is another machine. .129, this is the another machine. And .2, that is ending with the .2 is a default IP address. Okay, we don't need to care about this one. So between these two, one is metasploitable 2 and another one is VBox. Okay, so we have discovered what machines are live inside the network. So then Nmap port scanning. So we can perform port scanning using Nmap. So let's see the options. Nmap -help. So in the slides, we can see -f, -p. What does this mean? Let's see. If you go to the help page of Nmap, -p. -p is used to specify the ports. Okay, so we know that there is total 65,535 ports that exist, right? So we can specify the range. Do we want to scan the first 1,000 ports, or do we want to scan ports from 10,000 to 20,000? We can specify the range of the ports using -p. Okay, and -f enables the fast scanning mode. And look, we in this one we have specified to scan the first 5,000 ports, right? And in the last one, nmap -p-. So what does -p- means? -p- means we will scan ports from 1 to 65,535. Okay, these two does the same thing. These two does the same thing. -p- and -p1 - 65,535. Both will scan all the ports that exist. Now let's perform the scan. So what is the IP addresses of the live host? Okay, let's select this one. Okay, .129 and perform port scanning. And then just specify the IP address. So if we don't specify any port range, it will scan for the top 1,000 ports. Okay, and will show you which ports are open. If we use -f, that enables the fast scanning mode, that will scan the first 100 ports. Okay, first 100 well-known ports. And if we specify -p -p1 to 100, sorry, -p. So look, 1 to 3, 4, 5, 6. Total 6 ports are open and other 94 ports are closed, right?